That is a red flag, guys. Run, run, okay? Hey loves, good evening and welcome back to another video. So if you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Sylvia and I am a lifestyle content creator, a tour guide, and I give tips here and there on relationships and anything that I deem fit. By the way, before we move ahead, if you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and leave a comment. We're going to talk about red flags in relationships. Now, what is even a red flag? I know my lashes today are red flags. They took me time to get up here, so we're going to just ignore that because I made an effort. A red flag is a no-no in a relationship. It is the height at which you can tolerate and condone certain Now, what is the first red flag in a relationship? Inconsistency. Inconsistency in a relationship is actually a red flag. Okay, when someone's words do not match up with their actions, that is a red flag. When they say something else and they do something else, that is a red flag. Sorry, there's a fly in this car. Okay, like I was saying, so when their words do not match up with their actions, that is a red flag. When they keep making you guess what they are thinking, when they can't come up straight to you and let you know how they feel, when you've hurt them, when you've made them feel sad, when they keep making you feel like you're doing something wrong, or at every point in time you have to keep wondering in your head, hope I'm cool with this guy, hope I'm cool with this lady, hope I didn't do anything wrong to her or him, stuff like that. And it's really exhausting emotionally, mentally, and otherwise. So that is the first red flag, inconsistency. The second red flag would be undervaluing your feelings. For example, you're in a relationship and you can't express yourself. You find it hard to tell your partner how you feel because they make you feel like you're doing too much when you try to express yourself to them. The dissatisfaction you feel towards them, they can't let you express yourself towards them because they give you this feeling that makes you look like,
oh, you're just complaining for nothing. This girl knocks too much. This babe is a lot.
Stuff like that. Their energy doesn't match up. You don't feel like these people care about you. You don't feel like you can express yourself. Even when it is the mundane things, you can't express yourself with them or to them. You can't let them know how they make you feel. When they hurt you, you barely know how to say that to them because they would always gaslight your emotions. They will always make you feel like you're doing too much. Okay, so if you're with someone like this, who before you talk to them, you have to memorize what you're going to say, you have to write it down. Not because you speak rudely to them this time, but because you have to make sure that your lines are adding up. You have to make sure that you have proof, you have everything that you need to have before you can present your feelings to them. That is a lot. It drains you mentally. Try as much as possible to date or be in a relationship with someone who is more of a friend to you than just a boyfriend or a relationship, because that way, actually, when you have friends or with your casual friends, it's easier for you to tell them, look, you just hurt me, I don't like this thing that you did. And someone who cares about you would immediately apologize when they see a reason to, or when they feel like, yes, there is a meaning to what you're saying. But when it is in your relationship, no matter what you do, no matter how you rephrase it, no matter how you bring the topic to the table, they still make you feel like you are doing too much. Babe, this is time for you to get up and get going, because these people would drain you mentally. They'll make you feel like your softness or you responding to emotions or their actions in very emotional ways is just too much, and it's not good, because by the time you leave this particular person that makes you feel this way, you going into another relationship, you're now withdrawn, you barely express yourself, you barely let people know what they do to you, end up piling up pain and sadness, and that way you're easily dissatisfied with your new partner. Do you understand me? But if you can express, even if it's the very least things, if you can express them and let them know when they hurt you, I believe that those angers will get off your chest as soon as possible, and you won't have to carry on bearing those pain or anger. Now, the third red flag is doing the least and expecting your loyalty. For crying out loud, do unto others what you want them to do unto you. There's a saying that when a man does the right things, it is very easy for a woman to submit, and I 100% agree to that. Okay, now what am I trying to say? You can't be giving someone the bare minimum and you expect perfection from them, or you expect excellence from them. Okay, now firstly, a woman treats you, when she meets you first, she treats you how she wants to be treated. Okay, now after a while she begins to treat you how you treat her. I don't know if this makes sense to you, but I will explain. Now, when you meet a lady for the first time, she wants to teach you the ways to love her. Do you get me? So watch the things that she does. She likes you to call her, she likes you to take care of her, she likes you to do certain things for her. And after a while, if she sees that the energy that she's putting in, you don't measure up to that, automatically in her head she feels you don't deserve her and you don't deserve certain things that she's doing for you, and she begins to cut them down. Okay, and for crying out loud, you can't be doing or giving somebody less and you expect them to give you the most. If you're someone who doesn't call somebody, you don't expect them to always ring your phone. If you don't send them money messages, you don't expect them to always send you messages, or you expect to wake up to money messages from them. Okay, you have to match their energy. You have to be bringing 100 to the table and they bring 100 to the table, and that is how you guys fill each other up. But you can't be giving somebody the bare minimum and you expect perfection from them. That is not right at all. It is toxic and it is a narcissist behavior. Okay, you have to make sure that the energy you're giving in is being reciprocated, and it is the other way around too. Do not demand for what you can't give. Okay, be you male or female. All right, if you're a lady here and you cannot afford to give your spouse or your partner certain gifts, then don't expect them to give that to you. That is simple courtesy. Okay, even if they are your husbands, they're your wives, except they want to do that out of their own generosity, but expectation is the problem. If you can't give them certain things, don't expect them to give to you. Okay, it is as good as a done deal here. Let's be fair to one another, because everybody wants to be treated nicely, be it male or female, and that is what we're aiming for. Now the next red flag is making you beg for their attention. When you're in a relationship with somebody and you can barely access them, like their casual friends access them or have access to them more than you, that is their partner, no, that's some toxic shit. There's nothing you want to tell me about it, because how can I want to talk to my man and then I have to call him, he's not answering my phone, then I have to call him through his friend to let him know that I've been calling him? What are you trying to do? It's not like you're in an emergency. Like there's nothing wrong with you. You're just there, but you do not want to talk to me. Okay? These kind of things, these kind of actions depreciate love. Okay? It depreciates affections. Sincerely speaking, it's the same thing as you giving bare minimum and expecting loyalty, because nobody wants to be treated as shit. Now, if it happens to me, let's say for example, I try to get my man's attention and it's a difficult one, or it's always a hassle for me to get to my man, I promise you the next time he calls me, even if I'm less busy, I may just watch my phone ring, because I'm trying to reciprocate his energy and I'm trying to let him know that this game he's playing, I can play it too. Or then the mentality of, let me not answer this guy so that he doesn't think I'm less busy, because every time I call him he's always busy, he's not always answering. You get that? Now you're trying, it becomes a game and no longer a relationship. Then it is toxic. Instead of you to be with somebody who is always going to bring out the negative sides to you, try to go with someone who brings out the best in you. Watch your circle, watch who you are attracted to, watch who you lean towards, watch who you spend the most time with, because all these things can affect your relationship and thereby making you toxic. All of us have a certain level of toxicity in us, but then the people you spend your time with, the people you interact with on a daily basis, have the tendency to maximize or minimize the toxicity in you. The red flag, guys, is someone who demands trust from you without a proof. Like, of course you give people benefit of doubt in relationships or generally for a first timer, you give people benefit of doubts until they prove otherwise. So let's say this person has done nothing to deserve your trust. You've trusted them once at some point and they did something fishy, that made you start second guessing them, and now they demand that you trust them without any proof or evidence that you're worth my trust or I can give you my trust. That's a red flag, because that is a narcissist. They demand for things that they don't deserve. You're a cheat, you're a liar, you lie at every given point, you're stealthy, you try to hide your things, hide your business, even when we claim to be in relationships. And then there's no tangible reason I should trust you. Being a boyfriend or being a girlfriend doesn't automatically certify that you deserve or you have gained my trust. Although it is a wrong notion to be in relationship with someone you can't trust. But then these things happen. That is a red flag, guys. Run, okay? Don't be in a relationship or you're a girlfriend and you're playing wife role, or you're a friend and you're playing girlfriend role. Always know your role in every relationship you're in and act accordingly. This is one thing that prevents you from untimely heartaches. So you don't go claiming someone hurt your feelings when you were actually overplaying your role. Know your role and stick with that. Okay, guys. Now, I hope this video was very short and simple. That's how I intended it to be, but I just thought to pop this video on here and give you guys 1 or 2 tips on things you should run away from when you see in your relationship. So if you think all these things are going on in your relationship now, bro, sis, if you cannot talk to them about it, just like one of the red flags I said here, if you cannot address them, if you cannot let them know this is what I think is going wrong in this relationship, and they rub minds with you and make your feelings valid, you gotta go. Okay, they don't validate your feelings, they don't make you feel like your feelings are valid, so it's time for you to take a walk. All right, so guys, that will be all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, as I'll see you later on in the next video. Bye.